Good morning, everyone. I think we're going to wrap this video up. So I've done a couple of coats of top coat. I'm going to sand in between. I'm going to do one more coat, so there's 3 coats on here. Now I'm going to do the legs today. You know, if you've been watching the series, I've been repairing this gate leg table, so the bottom needs to be cleaned up. Let me show you. All right, I don't know if you can see the difference or not. This one's a little darker than this side, because I already started oiling the furniture. I'm just going to show you what I do to this side over here. So I use Old English scratch coat. This is for when the finish is perfect. It just needs to be cleaned up. And this covers all little scratches because this is a brown scratch coat. I have a rag already set aside for this in my oiling container. I just rub it on, leave it there. Make sure you hit everything. You know, and it's very good to nourish your furniture. Take your time and get in all the cracks. If you have a finish on your furniture in your house and it's looking dry and it has a lot of scratches, get some of this. This will do a wonderful job. And it also nourishes your furniture, which is very good for it. Keep it from cracking. Little maintenance goes a long way. If you can't get in the cracks and you want to do a little more thorough job, I have a little brush that I use, just a chip brush. Just throw some on here. This will get in all the cracks. Cleans all the dust out as well. Just take your time, go around the whole thing, let it sit in there. You can let it sit there all day if you want. Let it absorb as much as possible. Yeah, look how nice that looks. I've waited a little while and I'm just going to wipe it off. But it's awesome on scratches. So really all we have left to do is sand this down one more time with 220, just lightly, just to scuff it up, wipe it off, get all the dust off it, and do one more coat of the poly, and then we'll show you how it looks when it's done. Yeah, stay tuned. Let me turn the camera around so you can see how the top coat is coming out. All right, this is the second top coat. And it's looking really good. It feels fantastic. Remember all the problems we were having if you guys were watching this from the beginning. Somebody had coated this. We had to scratch it all off with the card scraper. But now it's, and this is a satin. I love using satin on furniture. Turns out so nice. Let me back up and show you what it looks like. All right, so let's get one more coat of top coat on and let it cure, and we'll buff out the top. All right, we're going to get this done with. This is 220. Just going to do a light scuff by hand. Don't push down, just barely scuff the surface. You're just giving it a little bit of tooth. And when I say tooth, I mean it makes little tiny scratches so the top coat will adhere and we won't have the problem that we did when I showed you in the very beginning when I had to scrape this all down. Just go with the grain. Got to get this project finished and get it out of the way. And I'm using a flat hand. I'm not pushing with my fingers to make finger marks. And this makes it nice and smooth. If you have any nibs on here or any dirt or any flies or bugs, anything that have gotten into the surface, this will take that all down. All right, let's wipe this all off. And just that little tiny bit of light sanding, you can see how much it picked up. All right, let's get our last coat on here. So again, when I use this, make sure that you just mix it around. Don't shake it, just mix it. And this stuff doesn't last forever, so if you have it for 2 or 3 years, it's going to get very thick. Now, I'm sure you can figure out how to cut it to make it thinner, but I just make sure I buy a smaller container. It's $20, so you know it's not super cheap. If you're going to use it all the time, then I would say you'll go through it. But if not, you're going to end up throwing half of this away because it's just not going to be any good. All right, let's get to it. I like to take a small rag. I've probably shown this to you before, but you see how there's a seam here? So this is going to leave a mark, right? So you don't want to have it there. You want to have it on the flat part. So I just ball it up like you do in a French polish. Okay? Just like that. That's how you want it. Just like that. So you saturate it and then you just go back and forth. No lines. If you use this for something else before, make sure it's not hard and stiff because you'll have lines on here. All right, so let's get to it. I like to get my pad saturated. When this stuff is new, you just bought it, it goes on like glass. Just take your time. Keep a wet edge. So that way there you can go over this stroke a couple of times to get it nice and even. And go with the grain. And as you're tipping this back and forth, wetting your pad, it's stirring up the product. I mean, if you're a tippy person, don't hold this over the table if you're dripping all the time. Put it on a small table. But once you get used to using it, you won't have any problems. Now I'm just going to go around the edge. I'm not going to touch the top because I don't want it to affect the finish on the edges. I don't want it to look like I've walked around. As soon as this is dry, I'll get to this middle section. And always make sure you open your rags up and hang them up outside. Let them dry completely before you throw them in the trash, because they will catch on fire. It's not a question of what's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. They will catch on fire. That's what it comes down to. So open it up, I'll hang it over my fence. Alright everybody, the table is done. Let's check it out. And I'll show you why I have to get it out of here. I have a bunch of customer pieces and my shop is getting very tight. So I just got this given to me. I got to clean it up, see if it's worth it. Look at, oh, nice legs. Anyways, so yeah, there's the table, but I'm in the middle of doing a lot of stuff, so I got to wrap this project up. Anyways, enough of the babbling. Let's check out the table. Look how beautiful the finish came out. Whew, I'm so happy with it. Let's get the legs down and see how it looks. Oh yeah, wicked. I love it. I love the legs. And if it doesn't sell, it might actually come into my house, because, I mean, how nice is that? 2 people can sit at that, one at each end, and then you open it up and you can have 10 people sit at it. I mean, it really takes up no space, and I just love the finish. The nice satin, look how silky it looks. Alright you guys, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Hit that subscribe if you want to follow along on more projects. I would really appreciate it. You're going to help me build my channel. You have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.